Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you how to make a cover for your mini album that will cover any other cover that you want. So what I mean by that is it's going to be a protective cover. So if you just want to put a decorative piece of paper here for maybe a certain holiday or a certain season or, a special occasion of any sort, then you wouldn't have to create the entire laminated hard cover. You could just do a cover once and then kind of interswap the decorative cover as you please on a very regular basis. So these are two scrap pieces of cutting mat that I have done, that I had from previous projects. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these down to size to match exactly the same size as my cover. And so what that is going to be is 13 centimeters, I believe, yes, by 19 centimeters. And I decided to use centimeters just because it was easier. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this part to where it's, I'm not going to use the rounded portion. So I'm going to do, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a straight edge because this is not straight. All right. Now I'm going to measure 13 centimeters. And make sure when you're cutting something like this that if you're using your cutting mat, you're using a lot of pressure. And so now I'm going to cut down to 19 centimeters, not inches. That would be really large. So that is done. And again with the same thing, I'm going to make a straight edge because this is not straight. And that's not straight either. There we go. So like I said a minute ago, you have to make sure that you push a lot of pressure down because it's such a slick surface that you don't want to miscut because it slips out from underneath your blade or comes off the cutting mat. So we're done with the cutting mat we're done with the cutting mat for now. We're just going to set this aside. Now here comes the fun part. What we're going to do is we're going to actually use our cover, our pre-made cover, as a template or a guide for the holes. But again, it's all very slick material. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out some clamps, and these are just binder clamps, but they work really well. They're very small, and I'm going to clamp them on all three sides, well, on three sides, leaving the fourth side to punch the holes. And you still want to make sure that you keep a full grasp, a full grip on these, because even with the clasp, they're still going to be very slick. And I do want my corner rounder as well. So I'm going to go ahead and round these corners while I have it clamped. And I'm just going to do the 1/4 inch because I'm not necessarily looking for a round corner as much as I'm looking for it not to stab me. Alright, and the last one here. And this is a We Are Memory Keepers corner rounder. I kind of got mad at the one that I had before because it was eating my paper. And that's when I had learned that you can sharpen your punches with aluminum foil, but it didn't want to work. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut these out. And then I'm going to trim I'm just flinging these all over the place. So I have a We Are Memory Keeper 1/4 inch hole punch, and in order to see what I'm doing, I keep the garbage spot open so I can see the holes and punch them more accurately than if I was just kind of blind punching them. But by doing that, I sometimes fling the stuff all over the place, because a lot of times I'll use my We Are Memory Keepers hole punch for thicker projects like this. This is very thick, because I couldn't imagine using a standard hole punch on this. I think my hand would probably be broken by the end of it by putting so much pressure on it. Alright, so that is that, and now we're going to cut the slits out. And this is sometimes where it can slip because you're putting an odd pressure in such a small space. Sometimes it can slip out from underneath you. Like, I'm trying to grip it so hard that my hand's actually shaking, which is weird. Alright, just trying to keep it from sliding out from under itself. And then once you have these holes slitted, if you will, then you can just put it in place, and you can, like I said, you can swap out your decorative cover at will whenever you feel like it, really. Alright, this one's kind of trying to slide on me, so I'm going to flip it over and grip it on this side. Alright, so that's better. Alright, and that is that. So you can put your decorative cover on. I happen to have a laminated cover right now, but if you just had like a single sheet of paper or something, this would work really well. You could put your decorative cover right on top. I'm going to flip it over just because it's got kind of a natural curve to it. So that's the only reason I flipped it over. And push that down like that. Flip it over, and you can put the same protective cover on the back. Just like so. So, yep, that's it. So if you guys are interested on how I'm going to use some of these scraps, I do have an idea with these. So if you're interested, definitely stay tuned. I do have some ideas concerning the mini planner with these scrap pieces here. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time. Bye guys.